Welcome for this huge game day 10 Group L European qualifiers of the 2023 FIBA World Cup. And what a game we have for you here today as Spain take on the Netherlands in a huge qualification game for the World Cup. It has been an amazing qualification campaign so far. Here is the rundown of the schedule. Ukraine beat Iceland by 7 earlier today, and Italy closed out an absolute nail-biter on the road as they win 85-84 over Georgia. Our game here today closes out the action in Europe. Here's how the table stands at the moment. Italy sitting pretty, 6-2. Spain could join them on that record with a win today. Netherlands at the moment propping up the bottom of the table. Yet to pick up a win in the qualifiers. It's not been the campaign the Netherlands will have wanted, but that said, they have pushed teams close. This hasn't been a complete whitewash for them. It hasn't been complete embarrassment. Although an 0-7 is not where any team wants to be, they have put in some big performances and they'll want to bow out with their heads held high here today. The Spanish team now to be introduced to the crowd here. Already having qualified for the World Cup. Italy also qualified with them. But for Spain, this is a tuning game. This is them working towards their World Cup. This is them building towards their World Cup. The crowd are flooding into the bleachers right now. No matter what court the Spanish national team turn up to, the fans bring the noise with them, as Coach Guardiola knows so well. Wherever his team go, now for the Spanish team to be introduced. First out, Busquets. So much talent for the Spanish team to pick from. And the crowd showing plenty of appreciation for every single player coming through, and for these players, this is a real opportunity for them to stake a claim for a jersey for next year's World Cup. As I say, it's a real battle to get a jersey in the Spanish national team. As it's laden with talent across the board, the Spanish national team. There isn't a position where you would say they have a strength or a weakness. They just have strengths. As the crowd are getting ready for what could be a very entertaining game between two teams with nothing to lose, who will be free just to go out and play their basketball. We'll now have a break in commentary so we can respect both the national anthem of the Netherlands and Spain. Well, the scene is perfectly set for a big night of international basketball. Both coaches meet on the mid-court to shake hands, and that's where the pleasantries will end as these teams look to go to battle here on the hardwood. Here are your officials for today: Alexander Glisic, Martin Vulic, and Josip Jurcevic from Serbia, Croatia, respectively. A very good officiating crew for what should be a very good game here today. As I said, Spain already qualified for the World Cup. Pressure as a team is off them. Pressure as individuals is definitely not off them as they look to fight for a spot at the World Cup roster next year. As for the Netherlands, well, unfortunately for them, qualification hasn't gone the way they wanted it to. 0-7, bottom of the group. But they can hold their head up high. They've pushed some good teams all the way to the wire throughout these qualifiers. And they'll want to see out the last 3 games and see if they can pick up 3 wins. And a big road win would give them some momentum building towards their next competition, which will be qualification for Eurobasket 2025. Coach Vadagic has put a strong 12 together. His expectations will be that they put a good 40 minutes onto the floor. That is what they will be the minimum. And if they can do that, this Netherlands roster can push teams all the way. No matter who they are, they can take teams to the wire. And they've shown that throughout the qualifiers. Just haven't quite been able to convert some of those good performances into a win. Maybe that will change here today. They look zoned in, ready to go. We are now moments away from the opening tip here. Game day 10 of the World Cup qualifiers. 10 of 12. Still one more qualification window still to go. Both these teams will have 2 more games. For Spain, they'll be tuna games. They'll be getting themselves ready for the World Cup. For the Netherlands, it'll be about building some momentum, building some confidence to take forward to their Eurobasket 2025 qualifiers, which they will be taking part in. Crowd are certainly getting into the spirit of things as we look like a near sellout here in the arena. They will bring the noise for the full 40. The Spanish crowd always do. They understand basketball and they love their national team. Perfect combination as we have the 1-minute countdown, the Tissot countdown to tip-off timer ticking through. A prime opportunity for me just to remind you to get your phones out right now. Download the official FIBA World Cup app, available on Android and iOS, completely free of charge. There's no reason not to get it downloaded. If you love your stats, you'll have real-time live stats. Here's the starting 5: Van der Verst, Boutnik, Kuiper, Van Brie and Kok as your starting 5 for the Netherlands. Plenty of talent coming off the bench for them as well. Here's the 5 for Spain: Fernandez, Diez, Saiz, Salvo and Para. Coach Vadagic has his team ready to rock and roll, as does Coach Scariolo. Always does. One of the most iconic faces in international basketball. As the starting 5s of both teams come to the floor, ready to go to battle. What should be a very entertaining game of basketball. Both the Netherlands and Spain fundamentally very high-level players. Play attractive team basketball, free-flowing. Don't expect too much isolation plays. Expect them to lean on each other, play team offense, help defense. Settle down for what should be a very, very good game of international basketball here today. As we see the young fan getting some high fives along the way. As he will bring the ball to the center court. And a moment that young man will remember for the rest of his life. My goodness me. As he hands the ball to the official. What a moment. Basketball inspiring the next generation of players. As the crowd give him a huge round of applause. What a wonderful way to get us ready to start the game. And we're underway. 2023 World Cup qualifier. Spain against the Netherlands. Spain already qualified for the World Cup, but they'll want to build some momentum, build some confidence. Netherlands early shot opportunity, ripped off the boards by Pala though for Spain. As Diaz will run the point at the start for Spain. Save with the pass. Oh, that's beautiful. What a great way to start the game. Diaz receiving a bullet pass and gets the score. Van der Burst now hands it off to Boutnik. Long three from him. And too early 3 attempts from the Netherlands. Maybe that's a signal of intention from them. Into the corner, wide open, and the 3 goes. Third time lucky. Van Brie with the 3 that time. Pala now goes into the low post, has to come out as the defense stays true with him. Salvo hands it off, back out, Diaz. Oh, what ball movement here from Spain. That one deserved the score, they don't get it though. Netherlands just about hold on to the loose ball. Guy van der Burst slides inside, draws the foul. So close to getting the score. Instead he'll have to the free throw line for shots. And the foul's gonna be called on Saeed. This is the first of 2 free throws. As much as there's not anything at stake necessarily for these 2 teams, do not expect them to approach this game any differently than they would if qualification was on the line right now. It's not the way either of these 2 national team programs are wired. They're going to enter the game with everything. They're going to play it at full pace. As you can see there. Oh, blocked and swatted away. Foul's going to be called though as Fernandez manages to pick his way through the Netherlands defense. The wall of orange. He found a seam to attack. Kuiper called for the foul, I think, as he stepped across. Yeah, a moment too late. Just hip checked him really there, didn't he? Just put his hip across him. Fernandez to the line now for 2 shots. Early trips to the free throw lines for both teams. Fernandez gets the first to drop. Ties the game at 3 apiece. Last time these 2 met was back in August, and it was a 22-point win for Spain. I have a feeling we're going to have a closer game today than we had then. Van der Burst now hands it off to Boutnik. Boutnik inside to Koch. Koch just going strong to the basket. 6 seconds left on the shot clock. Just got the pure strength for Koch as he looks to get up inside the paint and go strong. Boutnik. Oh, a little soft running on the right hand. Martin Boutnik. Real high IQ player with a skill set to match. Nice pass inside and save Gets the score. Important part of the big man's game now is a little bit more versatility. Able to have a soft touch from 2 or 3 meters away. Door closed on Kuiper there. Van der Verst has to use the pivot heavily, but rattles it home, and Kay Van der Verst is looking pretty confident in the early going here. Fernandez now with the passing options. Says will hand it back to Fernandez. He'll drive the baseline. Skipped out. Diaz hits the 3. 5 early points for Diaz. That was the last play. Van der Verst using the spin as much as he could. Using the pivot. Spain lead by 2. Nice spin move, but the short shot from Koch. Fernandez slows things down. Both these teams happy to run half-court offense, happy to rely on one another as a team. Fernandez, skip pass, weak side corner. Para with the 3 ball from the corner pocket. Spain starting to open their wings out right now. Worrying times for the Netherlands as they just look so relaxed and confident. Van der Verst. Oh, stolen away, slightly telegraphed that pass, and Fernandez is way too quick not to steal it away. Diaz comes back out now to Para. Waiting for Fernandez to cut all the way around the paint. Doesn't get the score though. Oh, nice spin move by Van der Verst. Skips it to the corner again. Little shot fake opens the space up, but the shot is off target. And Diaz gets the uncontested rebound. Boutnik going to get called for the foul as he almost steals it away from Diaz. And it's that reach that costs Martin Boutnik. Netherlands will make the changes. Koch heads to the bench. Spain will also make a double change as well, as in comes Nunes and Rizula. Fernandez and Diaz head to the bench. Scariolo is likely to rotate heavily through his roster. Remember, with qualification confirmed for Spain, this is a real opportunity for him to run through different rotations and different sets on the floor. Cool, calm and collected from Saïs. Spain quickly out to a 7-point lead. Just over halfway through this first quarter now. Boutnik, double teamed, throws it away. The Spanish help defense is beautiful. Oh, behind the back foul's going to be called on Van der Verst. Para puts the handle on. Van der Verst's first foul of the game. Little shake behind the back. And here's falling away, right-hander off the glass. That is not an easy shot to make. Made it look easy. Boutnik heads to the bench though, as does, in fact, in his place comes Void Van der Verst. Salvo, no good, rebounding battle, spills out. Saïs will go again. That one comes all the way back to Salvo. Spain will slow it down, 6 on the shot clock. Para now has to throw it up. Fortunate even to hit the iron. Netherlands pick up the rebound. And Van der Verst with the poor pass really to Kuta. Another change for the Netherlands. Into the game for the first time comes Van Eck. To the bench goes Van Brie. Scariolo also makes a double change. Para and Saïs head to the bench. Justa comes in. as does Sima. Both these teams using their full 12s, or their full benches at least. Pass inside, nice take by Kuta. Van der Verst has to get it away, shot clock running down, in and out. Kuta with the big rebound, and Netherlands will go again. Kuta with the mismatch now. Skips it out, catch and shoot for Schaffner. Schaffner, there's the 3-ball. Brings the Netherlands back to within 4. His first bucket of the game. Nice defense by Kuta. Just shut the door. Put up a big orange brick wall in front of the Spanish offense. Foul's going to be called. That one will be on Nunes. Second team foul of the quarter for Spain. Just trying to chase over the screen and ends up pulling on the screen. There's the Schaffner 3-ball from the wing. The iron was his friend, Kuta. Oh, it's rejected. Great defense by Salvo. Kuta went strong. Salvo went stronger. Let's have a look at this replay. Stay strong. What beautiful shape on the defense as well. Just standing tall. Didn't really get drawn into the foul. Nunes now. Rizula. Oh, hits the 3-ball, points to the sky. 7-point lead for Spain. Van der Verst to Van Eck. Schaffner with almost a perfect replay of his first 3-pointer. Gets it to go again from that far side wing. I was about to say the Netherlands offense just isn't spaced well enough for me. A little bit too congested, not creating matchup problems for Spain. A long 2 is good. This time Brazula hits the jumper. Just a 2. Van der Verst, quick ball movement. Schaffner move to the other side. Same result. 3 from 3 from downtown. Olaf Schaffner. What a play. Brings Spain to within 3. Phenomenal. Okay, Van der Verst heads to the bench for the first time. Verver's in his place. There's the 3rd of 3 threes from Olaf Schaffner. Rizula looks to run the pick and roll, almost left behind though by Sima. Skip pass to Justa, off the glass for 2. Santi Justa goes high off the glass. Not gonna lie, this has been a really enjoyable first quarter of basketball. 90 seconds left on the first quarter clock, and both teams really have found their rhythm early. Van Eck, no good. Ververs was there for the rebound, forcing Spain just to knock it out of bounds. Baseline ball for the Netherlands. Ververs to inbound. Boy, Van der Verst puts it off the foot of Justa. Ververs now to Van Eck. 8 left on the shot clock. Spain sitting in a 2-3 zone, causing a little bit more of a problem. Long 3-ball. Schaffner, my goodness me! He is feeling at home right now. 4 from 4 from downtown. 12 points. He's only been on the floor 4 minutes. Unbelievable. Justa, no good. Schaffner. First rebound of the game for him. He's got the hot hand. He just wants the ball. Ververs will go inside instead. Doesn't get the shot. There's the pass. Kuta waiting for the score. That will tie the game. 21 apiece. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Big performance here from the Netherlands. Really stepping up Brazula brings it back out. 6-second differential shot clock, game clock. Brazula floats inside. Defense doesn't offer him anything, but he doesn't score. That will be Spanish ball. Kuta saying didn't come off his hand. The officials disagree. So Spanish possession, 7.3 seconds to create something with. Foul's going to be called on Ververs. It's not a bad foul. He's burnt 3 seconds off the clock. And that foul on Nunes. Now Netherlands are in the penalty, so they don't want to foul this time. Ball inbounded along to Sima. He's going to put the 3 ball up, and that's an air ball from Sima. I'm not sure that's what Coach Scariolo would have wanted. The final play of the quarter, but what a first quarter. A joy to watch for the neutral. 10 minutes gone in this one. It's Spain 21, Netherlands 21. Strong start from Spain in this game, but the Netherlands battled hard, and a huge amount has to come down to the 3-point shooting, and not just the team. Olaf Schaffner, 4 from 4 from downtown in that first quarter. Here are some of the highlight plays from that first quarter of action. As I said, Spain got out to a good start, had a 7-point lead in that first quarter, and then in steps Olaf Schaffner, played a little over 5 minutes, 4 from 4 from downtown, 12 points, 1 rebound to his name, and a plus-minus of 5. Not a bad contribution, to say the least, particularly on the road against one of the best teams in world basketball. Just some context for this game for you. This is game day 10 of the FIBA 2023 World Cup qualifiers. Spain already secure their spot at the World Cup next year. Unfortunately for the Netherlands, they've been unable to pick up a win in these qualifiers, sit bottom of the group and aren't able to be at the World Cup next year. And although neither team have anything really at stake in today's game, I think that's probably helped it. Neither team feeling the pressure. They could just play their best basketball. If you've got your phones to hand, I would advise you to scan that QR code. That will take you to courtside 1891. Stream schedules and scores. If you love basketball, that is an app you need to be subscribed to. Coach Vadagic just having a smile with the officials before we get the second quarter underway. Second quarter action underway here. Game day 10, 2023 FIBA World Cup qualifier between Spain and the Netherlands. 1 quarter down, 21 apiece. Oh, up to the heavens. And down it comes from Sima. Lovely pass from Brazula. And a sweet, sweet finish from Sima. Schaffner kicks it out. Ververs nails a 3. Netherlands take the lead. First lead of the game for them. Sima has it knocked away, but Kutar's going to get called for the foul. Lovely pick and roll action from Spain. Become the mainstay of most international teams' offenses right now. The pick and roll. And although you know it's coming, it takes an awful lot to be able to stop it, that's for sure, particularly when it's executed at the highest levels. Bronwijk has come into the game for Kutar for the Netherlands. Sima hits the first of his 2. And the second. Ververs now. at the top. Spain with a single-point lead, 1 minute into this second quarter. It's certainly been a joy to watch this game so far. Both teams playing at a very high level. The Netherlands shooting the lights out from outside. And straight onto the court, straight into the action. Bronwijk nails the three. Netherlands take a 2-point lead. You do worry, live by the three, die by the three. Netherlands aren't offering up much other offense bar the three-point shooting. Nunes now puts it out to the wing. That one's short. Ververs tries to throw the pass ahead to Schaffner, but it's intercepted. There's the long outlet pass to Sima. Can't quite get the score. The Netherlands defense holds strong. Ververs now using the pick and roll from Bronwijk. And throws it out of bounds as little miscommunication with Van Eck. Sima looks to go up as it's stripped away from him though on the defensive rebound. Back into the game comes Kay van der Verst, and Boyd van der Verst heads to the bench alongside Ververs. Woutnik into the game as well for the Netherlands. Nunes now. Zula opens up, can't get the score. Sima fights hard but can only knock it out of bounds. Netherlands ball on the baseline. Van Eck hands it off to Van der Verst. How can Van der Verst now contribute to this Netherlands offense? Schaffner, elbow, soft right hand, my goodness me. Has Olaf Schaffner had a better game in the orange of the national team jersey? I'm not sure he has. 14 points for him. Fernandez turns the corner, kicks it back out wide open, and string music from downtown. Justa brings Spain back to within one. Justa up to 5 points personal now. Woutnik at the top. He's got the mismatch he wants, as has Schaffner. Looking to go into the post. Double team comes, pass inside. Smart patience from Schaffner, waiting for Bronwijk to be open. Bronwijk will head to the free throw line now. Look at the patience, waits for that double team. As soon as he sees it, then the dish. The help defense from Eric Villa was just a little late. Ended up fouling Bronwijk. It's the first of his 2 free throws. Takes his personal tally to 4, alongside that triple he hit earlier. Misses the second though, as Sima picks up an easy rebound. Alonso draws the double team, kicks it to Villa, nails the 3. Back-to-back triples for Spain, puts them into the lead. Bronwijk has to go and kick it out to the wing. Shot goes up, but it's short. Bronwijk gets it knocked away, though. That's good defense. That's good hands by Fernandez. Oh, no-look pass, and the score! Villa! What a play. Here we go. There's the no-look shovel pass. And Villa does what you're supposed to with a pass of that beauty. Finish it for the and one. Here's the 3 ball on the last time down the floor. 5 quick points for Eric Villa. That has pushed the Netherlands into a timeout. Let's head into their huddle. Hear what coach Varagic has to say. Apologies for the lack of sound in that timeout huddle. Here are some of the highlight plays in the last few phases of this quarter. Rambry with the corner pocket triple. Bauknecht with that little soft right hand teardrop. Perfect arc on that. Get it above the defensive outstretched hand. There's Sayers hitting the little mid-range jumper. And the 3-point play is converted by Villa. 6 points in under 6 minutes of court time. Bauknecht. Shot clock to 7. Bauknecht splits the defense, passes it inside, and there's a two-handed flush. Bronwijk, a lucky recipient of some great backcourt play from Bauknecht. Fernandez throws the lob, a little bit optimistic. Loose ball falls eventually to Kuiper. Van der Wurst slows things down. Has plenty of time to work with. Into the corner though. Oh, rattles home another 3. Van Bree. Netherlands tie the game back up as Van Bree heads to 5 points personal. Under 5 minutes to play in this first half now. It's been an absolute blistering first half so far. In and out. Rebound by falls to Kuiper. Tied ball game, 34 apiece. We thought this would be a good battle. We thought this would be a high-level contest, and it's certainly lived up to that billing. Van der Wurst. Little shake, little hesitation, elbow jumper is good. Okay, Van der Wurst. And there's the pass before. It's a two-handed flush for Bronwijk. Justa inside, pivot, ducks under. Gets it knocked away though by Van Bree. Van der Wurst behind the back. Pass inside, good. Help side defense though by Villa. That is just beautiful defensive rotation from Spain. Every player moving to the right place, being there, providing support at the right time, in the right way. Fernandez. Pass it inside. Soft right hand, not soft enough from Sayers. Oh, a little crossover. Kuiper inside, easy 2, no, gonna draw the foul instead. Van Bree knocked to the floor. Foul called, I think, on Alonso. Let's have a look. Sorry, not on Alonso, it's on Sayers. There's the behind the back to Bauknecht. Timeout called by Spain. Coach Scariolo wants to talk it over. Let's jump into that Spanish huddle and see and hear what the coaching mastermind has to say. Shows how well the Netherlands are playing. Coach Scariolo, this is not a scheduled timeout for him. A little under 3.5 minutes to play in the first half. Feeling the pressure that the Netherlands shooting is putting his team under. Netherlands lead this one by 2 so far. No one more effective than Olaf Schaffner. First free throw is good for Van Bree. At the line for the second. Misses the second. Tries to get his own rebound, but Spain secure possession, and Fernandez will progress it up over the half. Fernandez throws a lob. Oh, wow. Stay with the play. Saez. Three minutes to play in the first half now. Boutnik. Pass inside. Van Bree. That's the score. Wonderful pass. And just falling asleep defensively there, Spain. Coach Scariolo will not be happy with that. Fernandez now at the top. Waits for Saez to set the screen. Floats inside. Tries to find the corner, but Van Bree read it well. Van der Verst. Long three. Oh, nails it. Flashes the three to the bench. And just like that, the Netherlands take a huge 6-point lead. And when any team is playing Spain, a 6-point lead is a huge lead. Fernandez hits a three and cuts that deficit in half. 5 points in the first half from Fernandez. That's his first field goal of the game, though. The other 2 points has come from the free throw line. Koch hands it off to Van der Verst. Shot clock to 8. Inside to Koch. Almost loses the handle. Does, in fact, lose the handle to Villa. Villa gets it back. Saez sets the screen for Fernandez. That one's kicked out. We'll go again. Shot clock to 8. Saez to Fernandez. Nails another tough shot. That is heavily contested. Jan Fernandez getting it done right now. Beautiful form. Foul call as the game is tied at 42 apiece. Fernandez up to 8 points now. 6 quick points for him. 1:09 left on the first half clock as Fernandez is called for that foul. And Van der Verst just slips by him. Into the game comes Diaz. Koch hands it back to Van der Verst. Skip to the corner. Van Bree takes it on a second opportunity. Defense much better from Spain there on the perimeter. And I'm sure that will be a lot of the halftime locker room talk from Coach Scariolo will be around how to remove the 3-point game from the Netherlands, because that is what has kept the Netherlands in the game and actually given them the lead at times in this first half. Diaz to Thayes into the corner. Short with the 3 ball though. Netherlands pick up the rebound. Van der Verst will slow it down. About 6 seconds, 7-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Van der Verst almost has it stripped away. Patter is going to be called for the foul. Yeah, easy call. Patter just lured into that one. Scariolo just questioning something. A face of disbelief we've seen many, many times. 19.9 seconds now as Van der Verst heads to the free throw line. Okay, Van der Verst has had a good first half. 4 assists as he's tried to lead the offense. This is the first free throw though. Has 7 points as well. Will he have the stamina to last the game? He's played almost 16 minutes of this first half. It's the second. He'll get a prolonged half-time break as Ververs comes back in his place. Timeout called by coach Scariolo. 19.9 seconds remaining in the first half, and he wants to draw something up for his team to execute. Let's jump into the Spanish huddle. Hear what he has to say.
Bueno, vamos a hacer una cosa. Vamos special 5 agresivo. Agresivo, para atacar y para meterla. ¿Vale? Para atacar, no harán falta. Lo mismo, jugamos frente agresivo para atacar y hagan las 2 faltas rápidas. ¿Vale? Y luego, si tenemos un saque, si tenemos tiempo, hombro 2, si no, oreja, y aquí vamos frente. Oh, mira, está aquí, podemos jugar. Jugar en el poste bajo y nos abrimos. Si está en este lado. Vale.
Interested to see what Spain bring out in this final 19.9 seconds. And there was the alley-oop flush from Thayes. 3 ball from Ververs. 20 seconds pretty much for Spain to do something with here in the first half. Currently trailed by a single point to the Netherlands. Caught in Coffin corner, double team but fouled. Diaz. Netherlands not in the penalty though. They've still got another one to give. Van Bree. Diaz to inbound ball. Does so to Seth. Pala now. Foul's going to be called on Van Bree. 2 quick fouls on him. 7.6 seconds remaining for Spain now in this first half. Pala hands it off. Brazula draws the foul. Smart way to close the half out. Go strong, create the contact. He'll head to the free throw line. Koch with his first foul. As he just physically shepherds Brazula off the baseline. He's sliding past the ad boards. Back in the game comes Villa. Saves, heads to the bench. Brazula misses the first of his 2. 2.3 seconds to go. If he misses this one, can Spain get an offensive board? Rattles home the second. And the Netherlands will call the timeout. Coach Valagic going to dig deep in his playbook and find something that will work for 2.3 seconds. Tied at 43 apiece. Let's jump into his huddle, hear what he's going to put onto the floor.
Understand? All of you are here. You two screen up, opening, pass, watch who will deny. Understand? On that side, you little turn, up, pass, and side. All of you also open on this side. If you can, 1 for 3. Clear?
Let's see if they can execute in 2.3 seconds. And if they can, they could take the lead into the halftime locker room, which really would be a psychological boost for the Netherlands. Taking any lead against Spain into the halftime break is huge. Especially if Spain aren't playing poorly. They're playing good basketball. They're playing at a high level. The Netherlands right now, though, are just shooting the lights out. Verbers inbounds it. Shot's going to go up from the half. Oh, clips the front of the iron and away, but that will be the end of the first half here. Game day 10 of the 2023 World Cup qualifiers. And at the halfway stage, it's Spain 43, Netherlands 43. Wow, what a very interesting first half we've been given here. The statistic that will jump out at you is 8 from 15 from downtown for the Netherlands. That really sparked their resurgence. 24 of their 43 coming from the perimeter. Also dominating the rebounding battle. 17 rebounds to Spain's 9. That said, the Netherlands are shooting a high percentage. There's not so many for Spain to get. Schaffner leads all scorers for the Netherlands with 14. Fernandez leads the way for Spain with 8. Here are some of the highlight plays from that first half of action. And a really even battle here between these two teams. There is no way you would say one is currently second in the table and one is bottom. You certainly can't see how the Netherlands are currently without a win in these qualifiers. It just beggars belief, to be honest with you. But that is where they sit at the moment. Shooting the lights out, the Netherlands to be tied at this point in the game. 8 from 15 from downtown. Olaf Schaffner is 4 from 4 from the perimeter right now. As for Spain, they're not shooting the ball too badly either. 7 from 16, just shy of 44%. Fernandez 2 from 4 leads the way from the outside. But a very even battle, a very close matchup. Two teams with relatively similar styles going toe to toe. Maybe a little bit of the execution from Spain at times is slightly higher than the Netherlands. Maybe the depth of the roster will play out as well as we go through the full 40 minutes. But the Netherlands have looked good. They really have. And it's perfectly set for a really interesting second half here. Just to set the context, Spain already qualified for the World Cup. Netherlands, unfortunately for them, not able to make it to the World Cup now. So the pressure is off both these teams, and it really is creating a wonderful environment for some real world-class basketball. So many great matchups. Players going toe-to-toe and executing at a really high level. Perfectly balanced at the half. Spain 43, the Netherlands 43. Second half, you have a feeling it's going to be just as interesting and enjoyable as the first. as both these teams will be keen to keep momentum going, or in Netherlands' case, start to create a little bit of momentum. But at the half here, game day 10, it's Spain 43, Netherlands 43, all the second half action just around the corner.
Who will you become when the moment arrives and you're carrying the expectations of an entire nation, representing your people and their dreams, the colorful faces in the streets, the screaming fans in the stands? It's time to make your move. All eyes on you, all hope, all heart. Because when you win for all.
Attacks, pass. Now he's got it. Chachas Finley in motion. Good spacing, good patience, and he crushes it. And he forces a timeout from Slovenia. As the music plays here in Tallinn, and really clever because Tobias Boy had turned his back on the inbounder.
Maybe the 7 seconds before they make their move. Here we go.
Oh, and the rejection.
But what a great play defensively.
Pulled out, Lacombe puts it on the floor, wraps it. Penetration goes inside Wembanyama, just gets it at the second attempt and puts the throw down off his own miss for 2, and France tick it over. That'll settle the young man's nerves.
Next steps back, one-footed 3. Are you kidding me? Wow, it's the same place he made the other one, only that time with the step back and going off 1 foot. And now the drive, and the basket is good for Moritas. Going with the reverse layup and the spin.
With a good 11-point lead, though. Dumalu passes it inside, one-handed flush. Azach with the one-hander.
Here comes Iceland in blue, Georgia in white, if you're just joining us. And a big throwdown off the pick and roll. Tryggvi Hilnason, big move.
Gagic goes hard, slams it home. Gagic with the big throwdown from nothing. That's going to get the crowd back on their feet here. Bosnia regain the lead.
Now Great Britain cut it down to a 5-point ball game. Williams looks like he's going to go away. Jordan Williams, are you serious? My goodness gracious. Give this man some credit. I mean, Jordan Williams just went on a ride and took the entire GB offense with him.
Welcome back, half-time here between Spain and the Netherlands, and we're all tied at 43 apiece, and that man there has to be given a huge amount of credit. for why the Netherlands are still in this game. Olaf Schaffner, 14 points, 4 from 4 from downtown. Only been on the floor 11.5 minutes. Also has 2 assists. What a big, big contribution from him so far. And to be honest, the Netherlands all round have shot the lights out. They are shooting over 53% from downtown, with Schaffner leading the way. As for Spain, it's their point guard, Fernandez. He has 8 points and 6 assists alongside 2 steals. 11.5 minutes on the floor. Spain have been a very, very impressive team once again here. First 20 minutes, 9 of their 12 players already registering on the scorebook. Fernandez, the player to lead the way, really picked things up towards the back end of that first half. Plays like that, a thing of beauty. The no-look shovel pass, just scoops it for the easy 2. Really just getting the job done right now for Coach Scariolo. But at the half, things could not be closer right now. It's 43 apiece between 2 teams, and you really wouldn't believe that these teams are so separated right now. One team sitting second in the group, qualified for the World Cup. One team sitting bottom of the group, 0 wins, 7 losses. Unbelievable, really. Spain, by the way, is the team that have already qualified for the World Cup. I'm pretty sure you might have worked that one out. But the way the Netherlands have played today, it is hard to see how they are yet to pick up a win. Plenty of fans enjoying themselves right now, young and old, and everyone in the middle, enjoying what has been a very good first half of basketball. And long may it continue, particularly for us neutrals. The basketball purists out there will be enjoying this game. 20 more minutes to play. This is the 5th qualification window out of 6 within this World Cup qualifying campaign. These 2 teams will have 2 more games in February. For Spain, as they've already qualified, they will act as tune-ups and selection games. Players staking a claim to one of the 12 Spanish jerseys that will be heading to Asia next year for the World Cup. And for the Netherlands, it'll be about building towards a successful qualification campaign for Eurobasket 2025. There's the man of the hour for the Netherlands, Olaf Schaffner. 14 points, perfect from the field. 4 from 4 from outside, 1 from 1 from 2-point range. As for Spain, Fernandez leading the way with 8, as both teams really have played very, very well in that first half, particularly offensively. Twenty more minutes of basketball ahead of us here. We are just a few minutes away, a little over 3 minutes away from the start of the second half. As the teams enter their final warm-up stages, remember, games have been going on up and down. Well, not just Europe, but the entire world over the last few days, as teams around the world try and qualify. There's Spain's current leader, 8 points for him, 6 assists as well, pulling all the strings offensively right now. Power leading the way on rebounds with 3. Fernandez leading assists as well. Some of the other games around Europe today: Ukraine beating Iceland 79-72. Italy just pipping Georgia in Tbilisi 84-85. Finland picking up a 20-point win against Estonia on their home floor. Slovenia taking a 6-point win over Germany and securing a spot at the World Cup next year. Hungary, 14-point win over the Czech Republic. Latvia turning over Great Britain by a 16-point margin. And Lithuania winning by 9 over Montenegro in Podgorica. Currently playing at the moment, several games on the go. Sweden, Israel, Serbia, Turkey, Belgium, Greece, and France, Bosnia and Herzegovina, as well as our game here, Spain versus the Netherlands. As I said, These international windows give us a huge opportunity, and the fans a huge opportunity to see their players playing on their home soil more often for their country. Really is, for me, a wonderful change. Been around a few years now, started with the last World Cup. Long may it continue. The international windows are a real joy of basketball. And you only have to look at the crowds in the stands here today to see that it works. Crowds around the world growing, watching world-class basketball much more regularly than ever before. A little over a minute to go until the start of the second half. Great opportunity for you all to get your phones out right now. Download the official FIBA World Cup app. It's available on iOS and Android. Make sure you got your phones out. I'm trusting that you're doing it right now. Gives you all that you need when it comes to these World Cup qualifiers and the World Cup itself next year. Both coaches giving final instructions to their teams right now as the officials get themselves prepared for the second half as well. There is the QR code for the World Cup app. If you're quick enough, you can get that scan. That'll take you where you need to be. As both fives come back to the floor to get the second half underway. You would say Spain still probably remain favourites for this game, but it's an awful lot closer. And I think we may have imagined prior to the game, the Netherlands really have turned up, not just to make up the numbers, but to push Spain all the way. Second half action underway in this 2023 FIBA World Cup qualifier between Spain and the Netherlands. At the half, nothing between the two. 43 to Spain, 43 to the Netherlands. And a foul called straight away on Salvo. Batted away though by Salvo. Spain coming out with a renewed intensity in the second half. Van der Vers can only throw it away. Baseline ball for Spain. Trying to throw it round Fernandez, but Fernandez's defense stands true. Diaz throws the lob. Sayers, foul called. Hombre with the foul to stop Diaz from scoring straight away. Sorry, stop Sayers from scoring straight away. Third foul on Van Vliet. Picked up two as they were trying to close out the first half. Maybe not the most sensible use of his fouls now. Doesn't want to pick up a fourth quickly, that's for sure. Para comes back to Diaz at the top. Para, catch and shoot, three ball, in and out. Rebound fight, eventually won by the Netherlands and thrown out to Bouknick. Into the hands of Schaafnar, and his perfect record is over. I think much to the appreciation of the Spanish fans. I think it's nice for them to see a three come out of his hands that doesn't end up in the bucket. Van der Vers called for the foul. Diaz, the man who was fouled. Second team foul of the quarter for the Netherlands. Under a minute being played at that point. Fernandez, short two, air ball, rebound, inside, and another foul. Bouknick this time. That will send DF back to the line for, Saif back to the line for shots. Hits the first of his two, Saif. And the second. Takes his personal tally out to 9 now, alongside 2 rebounds. Van der Verst. Steps into Diaf. Yeah, offensive foul called. It's the right call for me. Van der Verst making the contact, not Diaf. Third foul on Van der Verst as well. That'll probably send him to the bench. Yeah, absolutely the right call, even more so with the extension of the left arm. Van der Verst not quite getting Diaf onto his back. That's where he wanted him, behind him. Van der Verst and Van Brey head to the bench, both on 3 fouls. Van Eck and Rivers come back in. Salvo now to Pala. Diaf back to Fernandez. Shot clock at 6. Fernandez battling his way through into the corner. Para, soft left hand, gets it to go. Big play by Joel Para. Van Eck. Balknik. Koch. Van Eck again for 3, wide open, off target this time though, and talked about it in the first half, live by it, die by it. Para gets the score. 2 quick scores for Para. And just like that, Spain out to a 6-point lead. Foul's going to be called on Salvo. Second foul of the quarter for him. Only Spanish player to have fouled in this quarter. Miguel Salvo. That's the long outlet pass to Para. Schaffner. Back to Koch, who hands it off to Ververs. Balknik. Nails the 3. Normal service resumed for the Netherlands. First points of the second half, rather appropriately coming from outside. Salvo to Fernandez. Diaf now. Shot clock to 3. Kicks it out. Para for 3. Oh, sweet stroke with the left hand. Little celebration to the bench on his way back down. Para lighting up this third quarter. 7 quick points for him. Takes him to 10 points personal. Leading all Spanish scorers now. Collision off the ball between Van Eck and Para. Para called for his second foul. Spain's lead back to 6. Ververs comes back. Balknik off right. Rebounding falls kindly for Spain. And says. Fernandez back out to Salvo. Shot clock to 8. Fernandez 3, short. Just as you think Spain are starting to find some form, find some confidence, things just start to slow down again on the back of some good defense from the Netherlands. Smart play fakes to bring the ball back out and recycle, but just goes straight back up with it. Netherlands with a quick 5 points, trimming Spain's lead to 4. Salvo no, going against Van Eck. Para. That one's short. Schaffner against Para is a really interesting matchup. Reverse has it stolen away by DF. Out to Para. Koch just blocks it out of there. No chance. Para was going to make that one. Too much power with the block. Koch going to work. Safe. Rebound. Halfway through the third quarter now. You just feel Spain slightly in the ascendancy, but the Netherlands will not back down from it. Yeah, too flat. Long rebound to Salvo. Spain will recycle and go again. Fernandez, quick first step. Diaz on the far wing, gets the score. Diaz with the 3. Spain's lead to 7 now. Van Eck goes in, gets the score, and this is where Netherlands are right now. Things aren't going 100% their way, but they're keeping the scoreboard ticking over. They're not coming to a grinding halt. They're making sure that points keep getting put on the board one way or the other. Fernandez, pick and roll, offensive foul on Saez. Both teams in the penalty now. That's the right call by the officials. That was the steal by Diaz. The play before. This is the block coming from Koch. Yeah, just stayed with the play. That is beautiful defense. Rim protection at its finest. Kutar hands it to Ververs. Good ball movement here. Wide open, nails the 3. Boyd van der Verst. And this second string Netherlands team, for me, just looked more fluid on the offense. They moved the ball quicker, space better. Rizula out to Salvo. 3 ball, no good. That one knocked away. Netherlands will hold on to it. Van Eck to Ververs. Ververs misses. But stolen back though. Schaffner reads the pass and hands it to Boyd van der Verst. Under 3 minutes to play in the third quarter. Backcourt violation called as Ververs just creeps over the backcourt. Couldn't really see it from that angle. 2-point lead for Spain. 12th turnover of the game for the Netherlands. It's tough to beat Spain, let alone when you give them 12 extra possessions. But Azula, Salvo, 3 ball, nails it. Basketball at its simplest form is a beautiful thing. And Spain are one of the best executioners of fundamentally beautiful basketball. Ververs hands it off to Boyd van der Verst, to Kutar. Kutar looking to go up against Sima. Goes to the glass, draws the foul. Sima just using the armbar to push Kutar away. Kutar not backing down from that challenge. It's a replay of the salvo triple, previous possession. Gets the first to drop. Brings Netherlands back to within 4. And this is important for the Netherlands. Any opportunity they should take hold of. And Kutar does, hits both free throws for that trip. Both teams now in the penalty. A little over 2 minutes left in this third quarter. Be interesting to see how free throws play their role as Boyd van der Verst instantly sends Brazula to the line. And that is 101 from Brazula. Just a quick rip through of your arms, knowing that the defense isn't ready. Villa getting some instructions as Salvo heads to the bench. Little fancy footwork there from Brazula. Must be getting in the mood for the Football World Cup next week. Misses a second. Spain now 8 from 10 from the free throw line. Brazula grabs his own rebound though, throws a shot up. Will head to the free throw line anyway because Netherlands are in the penalty. It's always a bit of a crime for any team to let the free throw shooter get their own rebound off a missed free throw. It's the first of his 2. Could be a big 2 minutes of the game here. Spain are able to open out a double-digit lead to close out the third. Will the Netherlands have enough gas in the tank to make a fight back in the fourth? Brazula almost steals it away from Boyd van der Verst. Gets it over the half just in time. Second to spare for Vers. Nice change of direction to Kutar now. Up against Simar. Quick ball movement. Kuiper. Oh, lovely little turnaround with the soft left hook. Old school move. Plenty of hours in the practice gym on that one, that's for sure. For Kuiper. Simar hands it back to Brazula. Offensive foul is going to be called. That one on Nunes. Spain's lead staying at just 4 as Nunes picks up his second foul. Here's the left-handed hook from Kuiper. I like it, old school. Kuiper regains possession again, comes to Kutar. Back to Ververs. Pass inside. Netherlands move themselves very, very well. Rebound ripped down by Justa for Spain. Nunes, nice change of direction. Villa, shot clock at 5. Simar. Kutar comes across to play defense. That's tough D. Where's the rebound going? Kutar rips it down. A little over 30 seconds left in the third quarter now. Ververs, soft right hand. What a teardrop. Netherlands within 2. 3-second differential, shot clock and game clock. Step back, fake. Nunes jumps inside, hands it off. Shot goes short. Kutar now brings it up. 3 seconds left. Ververs hands it off. Shot away. Doesn't get it to go. End of the third quarter. And Spain have been able to open up just a 2-point lead in that quarter. 10 minutes left on the game clock here, and it's Spain 61, Netherlands 59. Fourth quarter action just around the corner. The crowd are getting into it as they have all night. Both teams continue to shoot the ball well. Netherlands maybe not so much from the free throw line, a worrying stat 5 from 10, but all in all a great shooting night for both teams. Here are some of the top plays from that third quarter of action, and as hard as Spain tried, they weren't able to create separation from the Netherlands. The Netherlands just kept fighting. They play some beautiful team basketball. I haven't been fortunate enough to see a ton of Netherlands games across these qualifiers, but I have no idea how they are 0-7 in these qualifiers. I really have no idea at all how they've not been able to bag a few wins with the style and the level of their play. That said, they haven't, and they do sit at the bottom of the table right now, winless and without a chance of qualification. Their eyes will be starting to move across to Eurobasket 2025. That's where their focus will move to. Qualifiers for those will fire up in 2023. As for Spain, as a team, they've qualified for the World Cup, but all of these players will want to be there. And if you want to watch some more basketball between now and then, download the Courtside 1891 app. If you love your basketball, it is definitely worth a subscription, that is for sure. Both teams coming back onto the floor. I wonder as well how much fatigue will play a part in this. Spain certainly run a slightly deeper roster than the Netherlands. Coach Scariolo, as always, rotating heavily in these situations, giving players as many minutes as he can. Will that pay dividends here in the fourth quarter? Will the Netherlands just run out of gas? Fourth quarter action underway. Game day 10 of the 2023 World Cup qualifiers here in the European region. We've got 1 quarter left. Spain lead the Netherlands by just 2 points. Scratch that. Spain lead the Netherlands now by 4 points. A nice quick start to the fourth quarter for Spain. Justa with the easy layup. Kuta slides inside. Too heavy though. The defense was tough. Nunes hands it off, and the running two-hander. Villa. And just like that, Spain's lead is now at 6. Kay van der Verst at the point, waiting for the screen. The door is slammed shut by Sima. Van der Verst, traveling violation. Yeah, just picks that back foot up a moment too early. There's the pass, there's the finish. Villa in full flow. 13th turnover of the game for the Netherlands, only 6 for Spain. That's what you expect from Scariolo teams though. Very, very disciplined teams. Stolen away though. Kuta fighting on the hardwood, and Villa ties him up. Almost stolen away from Bruzella. Fair bit of sweat on the floor to mop up. That'll be a Netherlands ball. One they do though. That was classed as a jump ball. Spain started the final quarter, so the Netherlands will take possession now. Klausnik brings it up over the half. Hands it off to Schaffner for three. Hasn't hit a three in the second half after hitting 4 in the first. Bautnik called for the foul. Sideline ball for Spain. Third foul on Martins Bautnik. Nunes hands it off to Villa. Spain won such wonderful, intricate offenses that every player buys into. Skipped, catch and shoot. Wide open, the big three ball for Justa. And that really does push Coach Varagic into a timeout. His team now trail by 9. And he needs to stop the rot before Spain run away with this game. We're going to jump into this Netherlands huddle. Hear what the coaching staff have to say.
Normal course, or play 2 down. If big guys go here for pop, we give a pass, and after that, only is important that Rook is on the other side, that he don't go in the box. One of you two that go in the box in and you coming here. We need to move on. Cannot be only to dribble and pass and shot. We need to move on. When we move on, we can take care of that. Hey, stop. Let's go.
Smart, clean, crisp timeout there from Coach Varagic. He knows when a team like Spain smell blood in the water, there's only one thing that happens, and that is that they go for the kill. That is how Coach Scariolo has built this team over many, many years. And it's now for the Netherlands to just stem the flow somewhat, up the ante defensively, start playing a little bit more team basketball offensively. Bautnik brings it up over the half. Stolen away, good quick hands. Rizula really does play a harassing style of defense, particularly on ball. Villa to Sima. Spain now having a little bit more time to play with. Inside, knocked away. Bautnik picks up the long, loose ball. Foul's going to be called. Sideline for the Netherlands. Zula caught reaching him. Van der Verst now brings it up over the half. A little over 7.5 minutes to go in this game. Sima chases and hedges out, stolen away. This time Nunes. There's the pass. It's a little bit too much. A little bit too exuberant from Nunes. Let's have a look at the replay. Wow, that is all in. If that had landed, that would have certainly made the highlight reel, that's for sure. Van der Verst now. Schaffner hands it back out. Shot clock to 10. Bautnik tries to thread the eye of the needle. Instead, it's off the foot. Think of Rizula. So that'll be a new 14 for the Netherlands to work with. Yeah, off the knee of Villa onto the foot of Rizula. Boyd van der Verst will come in for Martins Bautnik. Nice pass, beautiful movement, much better team offense. Schaffner this time getting a score under the basket. 16 points for him. And that is much better from Netherlands. That's exactly what I was talking about. Rather than trying to use individual talent, move the ball, rely on each other, run your team offense. Catch and shoot, too heavy from Villa. This is the Netherlands' opportunity once again to get back into the game. There's some moisture on the floor, I think, from when Van der Verst fell over in the previous play that the official was a little bit concerned about. So they're going to mop that one up as we see Sima head to the bench for Spain. Tays comes in his place. Sideline for the Netherlands. They trail by 7, little under 6.5 to play. Perfectly balanced this one. Spain a real chance to open up the game. Not quite capitalized on it in the last minute, 2 minutes or so, as it felt like they were going to, but you have to give credit to the Netherlands for that. They've reset, gone again. Skip pass, catch and shoot. No good for Bronwijk. Sorry, for Van der Verst. Villa kicks it, Bruzella. Ah, beautiful. Bruzella, corner pocket 3. And that is the double-digit lead that Spain were looking for. Will that break the Netherlands back? Van der Verst jumps inside, off the glass, does a much better job this time, keeping the defense on his back. Look how he keeps stepping across, stepping across. That's a smart play by Van der Verst. Nunes now skips it back. Justa throws up a prayer and comes away with an air ball. Back into the game comes Para. Varagic looks on, also in comes Diaz. Almost stolen away by Spain, but Netherlands get it up over the half safely. Schaffner, not this time. Certainly has cooled off in the second half, Olaf Schaffner. Van der Verst throws it to Boyd Van der Verst, out to Schaffner for the 3. There, he nails it. If he can start heating up in this second half, that could be a way back in for the Netherlands. And now trail by just 5. No matter what Spain do, the Netherlands refuse to go away. Diaz, back to Para. Patience again in the build-up from Spain. Diaz for 3. Looks like he pulled at it a little bit. That one's going to get batted back, though. Bruzella waits for the screen. Lane opens up, goes strong to the basket. There's a double flex, the gun show from Bruzella. Get off of me. Too strong. Tough play going in amongst the trees. Coming away with the score. Here's the previous 3 ball from Schaffner, his 5th of the game. Beautiful shooting from him. Justa heads to the bench as Salvo comes back in. Up over the half, into the hands of Schaffner. Lane opens up, goes inside, has to go high to get it above the hands of Saif. Diaz, slow it down, calls the Horns offense. Bruzella comes back, Lane just parts for him, and he's gonna make you pay if you give him that much space, if you show him that much of the basket. Oh, out of the break, and a two-handed flush. Bronwijk. Seven-point lead for Spain. Passed around the corner to Para. Shot clock to 8. Diaz now. Salvo, long to Saez. Foul's going to be called, and Saez will head to the line for 2 shots. Unbelievably, only the 3rd foul called here in the 4th quarter. That's the 2nd on the Netherlands, 1 on Spain. Game's been played at a hell of a pace as well. There's the long outlet pass, great vision. Get out and run the lanes, reward the big man. And there's the easy score really for Brizula. Back at the line. Sebastian Saez. Chance to get himself to double digits now. That one takes him to 9 alongside 4 rebounds. 3 from 4 from the field for him today. Spain shooting the free throw well. High 80s. He's on double digits now. Boyd van der Verst. To Kay van der Verst, who has it ripped away from him by Diaz. Para, oh, rejected. Van Wijk, flying from the weak side, bats it away. Boyd van Verst into the corner. Stolen away again, wide open now. And an easy layup off the glass for Alonso. A little bit too intricate from the Netherlands, and they pay dearly. That score from Alonso just stretches the game a little further right now. My goodness me, get up, way up. Timeout called here though by coach Vadagic. His team trail by 11, 2:42 to play. Let's listen into this Netherlands hub.
Other set the screen, run and give me fist. If they're switching with 2 guards, open fast here. Understand? Clear? Guys, we were great. Let's go 2 more minutes. Let's go. Keep fighting. Let's go. Let's go.
Pretty simple message. Let's go 2 more minutes. That's all we've got to do. I like that message. It's always good to keep the messages simple in huddles, as we see the smart play from Bevers earlier. All he needs is 2 more minutes of world-class effort now from his team. They can fight their way back into it. Yes, an 11-point deficit is tough. Even harder when it's against the quality of Spain, but it's absolutely doable. As long as they execute as a team, they have a chance. Especially the Netherlands, the way they've been shooting the 3 ball today, they really do have a chance. Boyd van der Verst. And it's knocked out of bounds by Kay van der Verst. And it's those mistakes that are so costly. Just a confusion between Kay van der Verst and Van Eck. Spain now, reasonable amount of time management for them. No rush, run through their sets. Look at several options before they have to take a shot. That one's knocked away, good defense. Koch comes away with the loose ball. And Spain's defense has just gone through the roof right now. Saez slightly too exuberant, but that was clearly the call from Scariolo, is that it's the defense that's going to win them the game now. They've probably scored enough points to win the game. They might not need to score any more as long as they give everything defensively. Unbelievably, Diaz, just his first foul. 2nd team foul of the quarter for Spain as well. Bevers comes back to Kay van der Verst. Drives to the basket, goes for the reverse. Saez going to get called for the foul. 4.6 seconds left on the shot clock. That will send van der Verst to the line for shots. I think that probably could have been called a little bit earlier, to be honest. The little hip contact was enough to push van der Verst away. Needs to make both of these really. Hits the first. That brings it down to just a 10-point lead for Spain now. 1:50 to play, plenty of time for the Netherlands to chip their way back into this game. That brings it to 9 points. 3-possession ball game, more than enough time. Spain are likely, potentially, to need another score. Says, I'd like to be kind and say hands it off to DF. Skip pass, wide open. Busquets hits a 3. Step into the game and hit the jumper. That is Spanish basketball in one play, really. Spain's lead up to the game high 12 now. 1:20 to play. Surely a step too far for the Netherlands. The Vers. Schaffner will come back to him. The Vers goes strong and gets the score. That was a tough play from Webers. Saiz comes back to DF. Shot clock down to 7. They're just going to have to run a pick and roll at the top. Probably the worst offense I've seen, but it's finished with some thunder. On the pick and roll. Love that play. Pass inside. Schaffner comes out. Boyd van der Vers, too heavy. Game clock now dripping down to 30 seconds left. Foul's going to be called on the Vers. His second foul. And there's the finish. My goodness me. An absolute rim rattler as he blasts to the basket. Jumper no good. Rebound falls kindly to Spain. About an 8-second differential between shot clock and game clock. Spain will run this one down. They'll have to take a shot. They don't have the shot clock not to. Long one goes up is no good. Off the foot, I think, of Busquets, and it will be a sideline ball for the Netherlands. 7.2 seconds to go. They've done a great job, to be fair to Coach Vadagic and his team. They really have. Takes 2 teams to make a great game, and we've definitely had a great game. Netherlands weren't here just for the run out. They came in and really did put everything into this game. Phenomenal for them to run it close, but again it's another loss as Coach Scariolo and the Spanish basketball juggernaut rolls on towards the World Cup. Coach Vadagic, his focus will now move to the Eurobasket. Final score here is Spain 84, the Netherlands 72. Players just shaking hands on the half. And Coach Scariolo once again, a mastermind of another great game of basketball. His team were challenged, he was challenged, but the Spanish side once again come out on top. How often have we been able to say that? So many times. It really has been. Spanish team in the midcourt celebrating. They're on their way to the World Cup, and they're going to enjoy it in front of their home fans. As Sweet Caroline rings out around the arena. And the players enjoy it, the fans enjoy it. Spain are on their way to the World Cup. How many of these 12 will get a shirt? We are yet to see. I imagine Coach Scariolo doesn't know yet. And the games in February will play a part of that. Here are the shooting percentages. Look how closely they're matched. Very, very close indeed. Netherlands just struggling a little bit from the free throw line. Dominating the rebounding battle though, but Spain 26 assists for 84. Schaffner leading all scorers with 19. Blazula leads Spain with 16. Here are some of the top plays from that second half, and what an absolutely entertaining second half of basketball we have had here. It really has been a joy, that is for sure. Spain just securing the game in that final quarter, holding the Netherlands to just 13 points while scoring 23. That kind of broke the back of the game, but the Netherlands look good. Their leading scorer, Olaf Schaffner, really put a shooting clinic on in the first half. He ends up with 19 points, 5 from 8 from downtown. Also has 3 boards, 3 assists and 2 steals. Only other player in double digits for the Netherlands was Kay van der Vurst. He has 12 points alongside 5 assists. As for Spain, well, where do you start? I suppose you start with their top scorer, Dario Brizuela. He has 16 points, 2 from 3 from outside and 3 assists. 3 other players in double digits. Says with 12 points, 5 rebounds, and then Para and Justa both on 10 points apiece. Another well-executed game from Spain. No real surprises that they come out winners in this one. They've already secured their place at the World Cup next year. This is just them building. This is them keeping momentum, gaining confidence. And for Coach Scariolo, well, it's him testing players. Who's going to make that final 12? Him and his coaching team have some big decisions to make in the next few months on who they see wearing the Spanish jersey in Asia next year. It is a big question, that's for sure. But job done in this qualification window. A very, very good job done for Spain in this qualification window. They have looked very strong indeed. Big win on the road in Pesaro on Friday. 4-point win over Italy, securing them their qualification. And then that really is the cherry on top of the cake here today. The win really does complete the picture for them. Italy sit top of the table, 6-2 record. Spain alongside them with a 6-2 record. Then it's Georgia and Iceland, both on 4 wins apiece. That one is going to the wire right now. So interesting to see how that one plays. In fact, they will meet up with each other on Sunday, the 26th of February, the last day of the qualifiers. Here is the group. As you see, Georgia and Iceland going to battle it out for that final qualification spot alongside Ukraine as well. Netherlands 0-8, bottom of the table. They can't make it. But Spain, well, their ticket's booked. They're going to be on the flight there. Here you go. 8 from 12 in Europe confirmed. Finland, Germany, Latvia, Italy, Spain, Slovenia, Lithuania and France. Just Canada from the Americas. Just Cote d'Ivoire from Africa. Lebanon, New Zealand, Australia and China from Asia confirmed. And then the Philippines and Japan as hosts. That is the end of the second qualification window here in Europe. 4 more spots left. It is that simple. 4 spaces left at the World Cup from this European region. That will go to the final window. But here today, Spain have put the icing on top of the cake. They are on their way to the World Cup next year. The Netherlands tried their hardest. They pushed them all the way. But in the end, it's Spain 84, Netherlands 72.
Qualification.